Guys, you know that Rosecraft has sent me some stuff over the last few months, and I've had a couple packages from them. Of all the knives they sent me, this one is the one that stands out. This thing is gorgeous. It's beautiful. This is a top tier traditional folder. We're going to take a look at the Rosecraft Blades Zambezi. So let's turn this around and take a look at it from above. Well, guys, we are getting around to a knife that has been here for a very long time, and it's this slip joint Zambezi by Rosecraft Blades. And the reason it's taken so long is, well, I don't carry traditionals as often as I would like. I usually have got too much other stuff in my pockets. And two, I do like this knife enough that I knew if I did the full review, it would come out of my pocket. It's a very, very unique knife designed by Andy Armstrong and Rosecraft Blades. This is the Zambezi. Now, Zambezi is a South African word for bull shark. You can kind of see it there. This is an extremely unique knife, but it's done beautifully. So what you've got here is this kind of, as they say, modern take on a utility knife. And this thing cuts, like, the behind the edge thickness is deceivingly, it's thick. It's deceiving how good this cuts. This thing is awesome. I just got done cutting up a bunch of cardboard with it and had to clean it up. So you're looking at a 2.5 inch blade that's done in D2 in a drop point fashion with this huge finger choil in here, which is what really makes this knife. It does. It makes it so good to cut with. The handle length on it is 3.625, and I have an overall length of, sorry, my phone was ringing again. An overall length of 6 inches on this. Now, the handles are gorgeous. They're done with steel, brushed steel bolsters. And this is a smoky gray bone that has been polished, and it's absolutely beautiful. The colors are hard to get really captured on camera, but this thing is beautiful. So it's done with steel liners, steel pins, and it has this really cool rosebud shield on it. So I'm going to try and compare it to a knife you may have a good reference point for, which is a knife that's kind of similar, which is the Tough Light Mini, or, well, what would probably be better is the full-size Tough Light. And then I'll give you one more size comparison, a knife that everybody's going to know, which is the Benchmade 940. You can see this is a small little slip joint. Let's get this out of the way and finish talking about this. Now, the Rosecraft slip joints that I have seen are just beautifully done. I'm going to say something that people are going to get upset with. I'm seeing quality here on these. The two that I've gotten to see, well, actually three, because I saw one at a show that a guy had, and I was messing with it. This is quality on par with what I'm seeing from some of the stuff that Enrique Pena is putting out through Rosecraft, the stuff that Jack Wolf Knives is doing. These are awesome. The fit and finish on these are great. Now, I'm going to have to admit, the Jack Wolf Knives, some of the Jack Wolf Knives are more traditional style designs than this, but I'm not seeing a big, stunning difference in quality. These are great. No knock against Jack Wolf Knives. I love the fact that companies are now coming out with really, really well done slip joints. There's only a couple of companies that are doing them, period, any day anymore, that are any good. And now that Rosecraft is starting to put some of these out, now it's like 3. You have Great Eastern Cutlery and stuff like that, but I'm talking about other than just the big names in the industry. So the fit and finish on this is absolutely stellar. You've got this beautiful handle here. It's got the notches cut into the bolsters. You've got the bone on this is gorgeous. I love that color bone. Now, they have other colors in some of their other knives, but I think this is the only color that this knife is offered in. Your blade is a relatively large, thick blade stock that has got kind of what I thought was a thick grind, but the cutting I've done with this, it's done great. And the fact is, you've got such controllability of this knife to do so many things. You can get in a grip like this. You can get in a reverse grip because the handle here and pull back on it. The control that you have with having that big pivot and all that handle behind it just is awesome. You can get it in a really good pinch grip and do some cutting and scraping and things like that. The D2 blade on this has held up really well. It probably does need a sharpening because I have cut with it a lot. And it's held its finish really well. It has not rusted, but I do stay on top of it with KPL. That is one of the things about this, with it being in D2. it's a little bit more prone to rust if I'm the one carrying it. For some reason, I can make D2 rust. This has got your traditional style half stop on here and then snap all the way. So it does have the walk and talk that you expect from a slip joint. Just an awesome, awesome, awesome knife. There is something that it's not one of the things that's kind of a selling point for them, but I noticed that if you get this like this, you basically have a little push dagger for self-defense use if you wanted it. Not the recommended use. It's just something I noticed. Man, this thing has got a good spring in it. No chance that this is going to come shut. You have to very much try to get that to close, and you have to work to get it to open. So really good quality on this. I do have two small things about it that I got to mention, and we'll talk about that right after you hear from this video's sponsor.
Big shout out to Dahlstrongs for sponsoring this video. I've been using this 8-inch Gladiator Series chef's knife for well over a year now, and I gotta say, I love it. You're getting a lot for your money when you go with Dahlstrong. There's a link down below. You can check them out. They have a huge variety. You can see some of it scrolling up here on the screen. They have a huge variety of knives, different price points, different materials, things that are going to meet your decor if that's what you're into. So don't forget to check them out. They've been really cool to sponsor this video. They've been a good partner for the channel for a while. Check them out. Now let's turn this around and get back to the video.
Actually, it's three things. It's just three things. So I wish that this was ground a little bit thinner. It does cut well. It does cut well. But if you're doing a lot of stuff where you need a thinner cutting angle, this is really thick behind the edge. It does cut well. And since we're talking about the grind, where the plunge is at, you can see how you're already getting into some of the thicker material. I wish they had brought this back a little bit or knocked that edge off like at an angle and sloped it up, because you can see you're getting into thicker material. You can see here on the edge grind. And then this is just a final critique. I like your logo. I like the logo. It's beautiful. I wish that they had just left this side blank. This could have easily just been done away with. The Rosecraft blades, the RCB, is beautiful. It's a beautiful logo. It's done really well. I would like to see a little bit more clean side on this. It doesn't detract too much, but this is a very attractive knife. And I mean a really attractive knife. This is kind of a really cool piece that I would be willing to give as a gift. I just wish that they had left that a little bit cleaner. You know, you could have put the blade steel markings down in here and stuff like that on the tang down in here, and that would have been fine. I understand like that's Andy's logo and everything. I just don't think that the model number and the steel needed to be marked on it like that. It's too pretty of a knife to have that on there. So that's all there really is on this. This is a very good traditional slip joint. So does it get a yup or a nah? Of course it gets a yup. I dig these. I dig traditional knives. The first knives I ever owned were traditional knives. These were great. And I do like the fact that this is blank, because I may get my channel logo engraved on that, just because I think it would be cool just to get my channel, the Crazy Sharp Cross Swords, like etched, laser etched on that. So there you go, guys. Let's turn this around. We'll do some final thoughts and send you out about your day.
So yeah, guys, like I said, I love a good traditional slip joint. I love the Great Eastern cutlery stuff. I love some of the older stuff my grandfather had. This is on a top tier when you're looking at the new producers of some slip joints. This is up there with the stuff Enrique Pena is doing. This is up there with the Jack Wolf stuff. These are amazing, and I'm so glad that there are companies that are bringing good slip joints to the market, because a good traditional folder just hits that one little spot. It's like that one thing you really love, and it just hits that spot just right. So with that being said, guys, that's the end of this video. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. You don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, bunch of sponsor stuff down below. You know, I dropped a sponsor ad in, but I've got Dahlstrong knives, Coffee Brand Coffee, Tempered Trail. Coffee Brand Coffee and Tempered Trail have got a coupon code built right into their link, and I have a coupon code for them. If you just like to type stuff in, it's Crazy Sharp, all one word. You can also use that Crazy Sharp coupon code at Rosecraft Blades and FerrumForgeKnifeWorks.com. You can go check out my list of affiliates down below. I have got pretty much every one of the big knife vendors you're looking at: Blade HQ, Knife Ship Free, GP Knives, Vosteed Knives, Artisan Cutlery, Civivi. If you're going to buy a knife, just check out my links first. You can use those. You can also use my Amazon store for any shopping you're going to do on Amazon. And the final way you can support is I have a membership. It's all tier-based. I have built a private Discord for the members. I have got exclusive content I do for them. I do giveaways for the baseline and premium guys. The premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube. I have also built a community Discord that's open to everyone. You'll find all the links for everything I talked about down in the description. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next video.